Are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the People Like Us podcast. And you're in for a treat. Today's guest is a performance mindset coach, qualified hypnotherapist, and NLP master practitioner. He helps athletes perform under pressure, build confidence, and overcome setbacks. We are blessed to be joined today by Mr. Chris Horne, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for talking to people like us. So, straight in with this, mate, right? What is a performance mindset coach?
So, it's across the board. So, I work with athletes, business owners. I've just launched the same thing for kids as well. So, that's how it all started. Everything I did, it started back working with the kids, mainly with my own son.
All right.
So how I got into all of this was through my own son.
Tell me more.
So he's got ADHD.
Right.
And he actually up here. So he played for Stokesley.
Really?
Yeah, so he played there and he was really good. So he was a goalkeeper.
Right.
So it's a lonely position anyway. But he just used to put all the blame on himself. Like, so even if they'd go out and win 10-1, he'd focus on that one.
I can relate to it, Chris. I was that kid.
Yeah.
I was that goalkeeper at 9, 10, 11, 12, and I used to get in a right state. Sometimes I'd get to the point where I wouldn't... I remember this one time, right, I played for Spray Lads. You heard of him before?
No.
It's like a Darlington team, Spray Lads. Basically, you know, like the kids have these tournaments. I imagine your son done the same thing. We ended up going through this tournament and blah, 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 and we got all the way to the final. Now, don't think I wasn't any good particularly, but we had good players that were scoring goals, basically. I can still remember now, we were playing Barnard Castle in the final, and I bottled it. I was that worried about being the one that lost us the game. I had a crying fit, refused to play, and the second goalkeeper had somebody else had to play goal, basically. Right. All the way to the final. So, again, you probably could have helped me then, mate, with a positive mindset coaching.
And that's the thing, is that there's that amount of pressure now.
Yeah.
It's not like when we were kids. It's crazy now, like, say, everybody looks up to that person, like, say, the goalkeeper. And I used to say to him, like, even, like, letting that one goal in, like, what learns did you take from it?
It is an unforgiving position, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
As far as football goes. It's.
But he used to be really good as well, though. So he used to be getting man of the matches.
Really?
He got player of the season. But he'd still focus on that one thing. So that's when I wrote my first book. So I wrote a kids' book.
You wrote a kids'
book? Yeah. Well, I wrote two. The number one bestsellers, you know.
Were they number one bestsellers?
Yeah, well, the second one was number one bestseller, yeah. Beat David Walliams to number one.
That's some feat, that, like.
Yeah, that's some feat, that, like.
I was going to say, for kids' books, he's normally one of the ones who's thriving at the top always, like.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't stay at number one for long because he took over with about 4 of his books.
No, but you were there, mate. That's what matters.
Yeah, but yeah, so the first book, Tommy and the Feeling Factory.
Tommy and the Feeling Factory.
Yeah, so it's about my son Tommy. So it's basically a true story.
Huh.
So
No
it's
way.
about young goalkeeper and focusing on them things, and it's the techniques that I taught him of how to overcome that, manage his emotions and overcome them.
How did you know? Like, obviously, going back to the start, how did you know what advice to give? Because you weren't a positive mindset coach then, I imagine.
No, so then I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, so
Right.
but then, I'd done it. So I'd done like the NLP training. I've done, say, hypnotherapy.
What's NLP?
Neuro-linguistic programming.
Neuro-linguistic programming.
Yeah.
Neuro, head, linguistic. Is
Yeah.
that talking?
Yeah. And
Programming is wiring of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's, that's it. It's the words we use, our thoughts, and just reframe them.
So you'd already done your training, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I'd done that, but I'd done the training basically to help him,
Right.
to help him and the family, obviously, because I was seeing it every week. It's like at football, you see the struggles all the kids having, like what we were saying there, of like coming off after the match and they've put too much pressure on themselves, or people around them are putting too much pressure on. So yeah, and it's just little things like take the learns from it. I use it all the time now. I use it with all my clients. That is Thomas Edison with the light bulb.
Right.
People say he failed to make a light bulb 10,000 times. He said, I didn't. I found 10,000 ways how not to make a light bulb.
That's a good way to look at it, isn't it? I suppose. It's a good way to look at it.
Put the positive spin on it. So, and it's from that. So, and that's how it all spiraled from there.
Right.
So, from the book, obviously to get it out to people, I sent it to like professional footballers or ex-professionals and stuff.
Right.
And it was it was an Arsenal legend. So he said it reminded him of club psychologists back in the 90s. And I was like, there's something in this.
Who was the Arsenal legend?
Alan Smith.
Alan Smith.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, right, okay, there's something in this here.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, I was like, right, so the work I'm doing with him, I can then start pushing this out to other people. So I started doing a little bit with a few footballers, like kids footballers. And then I don't know where it started with the boxers.
Right.
But everything I do can be tailored to each sport.
I mean, whilst I was doing a bit of research about you, I was thinking to myself, I mean, this would apply to not just athletes. This would apply to just John, who doesn't do F all with his life, and he just feels shit. Like, surely the same principles.
Yeah, so my business, I've literally got something for everyone. If you obviously had a look in here, I've got something for everyone. So I work with just your day-to-day, one-to-one clients. So people dealing with anxiety, depression, grief, and confidence issues, things like that. And the core of everything is, it's all the same, but every single person is different.
Right.
So what works with one person might not work with another. And even like when I'm doing things with that person, like I'm reading the body language, I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'll just have to change it on the spot.
Right. What happens, because everybody has a bad day. Does a performance mindset coach have a bad day?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
So you have some days and you ain't shit days.
Yeah, and that's it. But we all have, because that's just life, innit?
Yeah.
And say life's just like cardiograph. You've got the ups, you've got the downs.
Do you use your own methods on your own shit days?
Yeah, so that's it. But it's how to bring yourself back from them crap.
I'd love to have that. I think it sounds like a magic, like a magic spell, like a magic power, say, a superpower. That's what it sounds like. I'd love to have that.
It is, yeah. I mean, there's a tips and tricks of obviously, you can do it. Like I've got an anchor there. As soon as I touch my knuckle, it brings back the happy thought. That's got me through loads of things.
What, the knuckle?
Yeah, so I would do it like set an anchor, get the client into a state, get it like all relaxed, nice and calm. Think of that happy time.
Right.
So get them into that happiest time they've ever had, or whatever they want. Like it could be calm, could be confidence, anything like that. Get them into that state, and then when it's heightened, just get them to touch the knuckle.
Right.
And hold that there, ramp it up, and do it. So then, whenever they touch that knuckle, it's stored in there. Same as you go driving past and you see the golden arches, you think of McDonald's, or you hear a song, and it brings that happy thought back. That's just an audible anchor.
It's funny, when you were doing started describing the knuckle touching thing, I couldn't relate. But when you just said the song situation, I know, as soon as you said it, I thought of a song that when I hear it, it just makes me smile because I remember where I was when I first heard that song.
So that just means that you could be more auditory than visual.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Is that something you also work with as well? Is it something?
Yeah.
So, I'm I don't know how your one-to-one, your personal approach works with people, but do you sort of go in and you maybe go think of a happy song and then you sort of make them visualize? Okay, so when you hear this is where it should take you. How does that sort of look?
Yeah, so like I say, everyone's different, so it's what they're needing at that time. But say some could be auditory, some could be visual, and it could be on the feelings. Yeah. A lot of people there have visual in a way, but we can just combine it as well.
Yeah, so that's good.
So I could take them to a visual place and add music to it.
You've been working with Hannah Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Just talk. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Talk us through the process. Like where was Hannah? What was the issues, if I want to use that word? What was the problem, and what did you do to fix it?
Yeah, so that's it. That's the other thing. I don't fix it.
Okay.
I just guide.
Okay.
So she did all the work herself. I was just there for the journey.
Okay.
The
You just give us some pointers.
yeah, that's it. But yeah, so there was a lot of confidence, self-belief, and it was just direction, putting pressure on. But a lot of the boxers, it's the same. They put pressure on themselves. Like you say, like it's like being a goalkeeper. It's a lonely spot.
It's a lonely spot. Yeah.
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 So
Unforgiving, innit?
yeah, and that's it. And it's but taking them, reframing and taking them learns. If anything does go wrong, take the learn from it. Forget about it. Move on.
Right.
But yeah, I've done some good stuff with Hannah.
Because she shouted you out, didn't she? On a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Course. So that, when I seen it, I thought, well, you must have played a big part for her to. Well, she must, hold you in very high regard.
Yeah,
Put
that's
it
it.
out.
She put a post on us, obviously, specifically for me, thanking me and the rest of the coaching team. So it was, yeah, I mean, it was an honour to be working with her.
So what did that like process look like? So obviously Hannah, she spoke to us and she was saying, like it was like an 8-week camp leading up to a last fight and things like that. So what does your routine sort of look like in that situation with Hannah? Like, is she coming back from training? Is it visualization? Is it hypnotherapy? How is it getting them in that sort of right mindset? Because when we spoke to Hannah, she mentioned about peaking and getting to that perfect point when you're going into the fight. How does your journey look like in getting Hannah to that point?
So it was a lot of visualisation that we did, because say Hannah's very visual.
Yeah.
So a lot of visualisation we did, but we incorporated other things into that. So one good thing that I did and I do it with all the boxers, is I got her to who's your favourite fighter?
Yeah.
I can't remember who she said at the minute, but I did a technique, and I got her, because she's really visual, I got her that relaxed, and I got her there, just come down some steps, got her more and more relaxed, and then through the door. And when she went through the door, she was there looking into the gym at her favourite fighter boxing.
Wow.
And then I got her to step into that body. And then start moving how he was moving.
Yeah.
But what I said before to Hannah, is, have you ever been knocked down? And she's never ever been knocked down. And I went, oh, well, you're about to in a minute. That's it. Because obviously for a boxer, if they've never experienced that, and it does happen,
How'd you cope with it?
yeah, that's it. So we had to cover all angles. So I got to go into a favourite boxer's body, notice how he was moving, match the breathing, match the movement. Then got knocked down, and how he reacted, and then I took her from there into her own fight and experienced the same thing. It was good.
Do you think nowadays, like, okay, 50 years ago, right, 1970s, do
Yeah.
you think there was more or less people needing this sort of? Because I'm leading into another question here, which is things. Do you think that things like us having abundance now and social media, and do you think that's actually making things worse?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Social media is the worst thing.
A lot of boxers shut that away, don't they? When they go into camp, they just no social media.
Yeah, and that's it, because
You're comparing.
and people just turn on you like that. And if you haven't got that strong mindset, and you can just, I know, and even just from browsing, and it only takes that one comment in the middle, like that 10-1 situation.
Yeah.
Like that, you've got 10 good comments there, you're focused on that one bad one. And it's that sort of thing. So it's social media, you've got to have a strong mindset and not care what people think.
Difficult, innit? As I've heard it said before, we're not really ready for the technology that's out there. We're still the same human. Physically, we're the same human that was walking around in a loincloth with a spear.
Yeah.
We're basically the same. There's not much difference, really. But now we live in this world where we are just battered all day, every 2 seconds. All kinds. Compare. Look at me. Look at this. Look what you don't have. And it's just, you can have the best mindset in the world, but over time, it probably would start getting to you.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's the meaning we put to things like that, because they're just words. And this is one of the things that I try and teach. I don't try and teach it, I do teach it. Yeah, but this is one of the things that I teach is they are just words. And it's just the meaning that we put to the words.
Yeah.
Just letters, aren't they?
Yeah.
I was
Basically.
going to say that that was something I wanted to talk about, because obviously when you think of social media and people struggling and stuff like that, my mind instantly goes to Rashford in the 2020 final after he missed the penalty, and the backlash he got online and the abuse he suffered.
Yeah.
And like, some people today still don't think he's been back to his best since then. And it's such a hard thing to take in. And don't get me wrong, as of recent, he's been smashing it. I mean, I'm a Newcastle fan. I had to watch that volley against us in the Champions League.
Right.
That was awful to watch. But like, when you go back to that, and it's like, he was loved, adored by fans across the world. Now, obviously, everything he was doing for the kids and school meals and everything like that, and it all leads up to that one moment, and then bang, like that, the abuse you get after that, and it's a horrible thing, because the level that takes you down to, it's like, when you're at that point, you probably think you can't come back from it.
That's it. I watched a little clip with Beckham the other day.
Right.
And it was obviously when he got sent off in the against Argentina. Yeah, so it was after that when he scored the free kick against Greece.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He said, I just wanted to make people happy.
Yeah.
I wanted to make amends for that.
Right.
Yeah. It's obviously he's took all that and he's just affected him massively for that amount of time.
It's all mindset, innit?
Yeah.
Like, mindset is so important.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've heard it said before that, is this, you've worked with boxers a bit now. I got told, or I heard, that all the best boxers, or nearly all the best boxers, are deluded in some respect, because they've got to believe that they are unstoppable, that they are the best, they are above everybody else. And it takes a level of delusion to think that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, it's just having that confidence, and your confidence and self-belief. And that's it. And I've seen it with boxers, and they've been the underdog, but you can see that the mindset's in the right way, in the right place, and they come out on top.
How could it work, bringing it into like real life for somebody, let's just, not everybody's a boxer, not everybody's a sportsman. Just apply your trade to, let's say we've got John again.
Yeah.
And John hates his job, right? He doesn't do F all in his life, but he hates his job.
Yeah. And
he's depressed about it. And he thinks negative, and before he gets to work, he's, I hate this place, I hate this boss, da-da-da-da-da. How could you help John? Tell him to quit.
Yeah. I mean, that's it, yeah, if he's not liking it. But yeah, everything I do, we get to the bottom of it. So we don't work on the top, on the surface. I'm not liking it. Like, why aren't you liking it? And we'll chunk it down of what's not there and what can we change. And work our way back up then.
Right.
And is that something that you have to speak to somebody about at work? Because like I said there, with everything I do does get tailored to other professions. So I work with business owners. So I've worked with business owners in New York, Dubai.
Really?
Yeah, because I just do it all online. So not a lot of the stuff I do is face to face now.
You mentioned, the thing, going back to the Hannah thing again. Like, when you were telling me the story, I was picturing, like, Hannah laid on a chaise lounge and you hypnotising her. Was it that sort of setup?
Well, she was at home.
She was at home?
Yeah, so that was it, yeah. So even though she's only down the road, she felt she could get more relaxed while she was at home. Right. And obviously, because she's got a busy schedule as well. So, saves me going to Dal or her coming over to Redcar. So, yeah, she'd just be at home. We do it on, say, FaceTime or WhatsApp. And she could just get nice and relaxed in her own surroundings.
Yeah. Do you know that question about going back, and I'm jumping all over the place, but going back to like the 50 years ago and the situation now, do you think that there's a level of like, how do you say it? Like, because more people talk about these sorts of things now, do you think it's becoming, like, it's spreading like a disease? Do you know what I mean? Like, my granddad, I always go back to my granddad. My granddad was born in like 1918, right? Yeah. And I knew him till he was 90-odd-year-old. But like, he did, I would say my granddad never had a day where he was depressed or down or negative ever. Yeah. Or certainly that's the way he came across. And I think to myself, is it, do you think that is true? Or do you think he just didn't talk about it?
Yeah, well, that's it. I think the struggles are always there. Obviously, especially back then, you having to get on with stuff, weren't you? Providing for the family and things like that. So the struggles are there, but it was just there was no support, and it wasn't a thing.
No,
was it? Whereas now, there are more people are talking about it, and the good thing is the big stars are talking about it.
very true. Yeah, this is true. Yeah,
and it's helping more people. People are there suffering in silence. But when they see the likes of Tyson Fury and, say, Ricky Hatton talking about the struggles...
Exactly, yeah.
Do
all big, like, sportsman outfits, if you like. So we take a football team, the team around Anthony Joshua, whatever. Pick your sport. At the highest level, do they always... would you say that all of them have... They've all got this going on? They've all got mindset coaching?
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all the. So I mean, when I've spoke to a few of the big names, people have got people in place.
Yeah.
So I do things different though. So I'll work on the stuff that they need to get rid of as well.
Right.
If they want to get rid of it, some stuff we need to get rid of to be able to move forward, but I don't get people talking about things, and if they don't want to talk about it, right, we can park that and we can just work on this, work on the confidence but what's stopping you? If if it's something from the past that's stopping the confidence, right, we'll get rid of that because then it's there in place anyway.
Could you give us an example on that? Like in my head there, if I was struggling with confidence, it would be like, imagine I'm a boxer and I've just had my first professional fight and I lost, and it's like, can I continue to do that jump into professional, or is this my peak? Am I not as good enough for this level? If someone's in that situation, do you look and go, find what's causing it? Is it that first fight? Is it that knockdown?
Yeah,
and then you go, right, you need to completely eradicate that from your mind. It's in the past, leave it there. Don't let it get to you.
It's that thing again of, like, so what one fight doesn't define you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Take the learns from it, and I'll set them up of this, where do you want to be? Most boxers, all boxers say world champion.
Yeah.
But they say world champion, and that's not the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
World champion is never the end goal. It's what they want to do after that.
Yeah.
So I get them then focusing on that part.
Yeah.
Focus on that, and this is just a little step to that journey.
Yeah.
And then take the learns from that, and we can't hold on to them.
Yeah. Just while we're on confidence, I also had this. Do you think being overconfident is also an issue in, say, an athlete's mind? If they're going into the ring and they're like too confident, can that become a problem?
Yeah, so that's the other side of it. Well, not the other side of things, but it's all combined. Be as confident as you want, but must remain focused.
Mm-hmm. So
focus on the job in hand. So, because we've seen it.
Yeah.
Complacency with overconfidence.
Yeah.
Believe in your own hype.
Yeah.
You get caught.
It's funny you should mention that about the boxers. I think there was quite a well-known boxer called Johnny Nelson, and I'm sure that's what happened to him. Yeah. I'm sure he went professional, and his first few fights he got beat, but then he ended up being a world champion. So I'd imagine he's got a very strong mind, or he had somebody helping him. You know, one of the two.
And that's it. I mean, I'd say a lot of boxers, they do things anyway, like the breathing techniques. The breathing techniques is one of the simplest things to do. And it just grounds you and brings you back to focus.
What kind of breathing technique? How does that work?
So just long breath in, slow breath out. And that's what I say to the boxers. So in between rounds, focus on your breathing. But what I do with them, like I said, like we set that anchor, I'll do with the boxers. So I'll get them, say that word focus in your mind, and I'll link that word to a calm but focused state.
The word focus.
Yeah.
Right.
So all they've got to do is say the word focus, and then that feeling comes back.
Yeah. How long does it take to program something like that?
Again, everybody's different.
Right.
So depending on whether you say visual, or depending on how I set it as well. But literally instant.
Right.
It can be instant for people. Mine, I've just got to think about it and it comes back. It's crazy.
As I say, it sounds like a superpower to me. It really does. Is this right that you offer gastric band hypnotherapy?
I have done it, yeah.
You have done it?
Yeah.
What goes on there then?
So basically, it's literally it's similar to visualization, but it's getting them into that deep state. And you basically take them through the process of the surgery. So,
No.
Yeah, so that's it, yeah. So you take them through, so then it's imagining that the band's on.
What?
Yeah, hypnotherapy is brilliant. So I've done hypnotherapy for also like fear of flying, quit smoking. I tend not to do a lot of hypnotherapy now though, because
Not everyone's receptible to it, right?
no, that's it.
Somebody tried to hypnotize me once, back in the day when I smoked cigarettes, and I was up for it. Now, this come about because a guy I worked with, he came into work one day, and he was talking the talk. Oh my God, my mind's changed now. I didn't believe in hypnotherapy, and I've been hypnotized by this lady, and now I'll never drink again. And And like, I thought, I'll give it a few days. A few days passed, and he was still like harping on, like he'd succeeded. And this is a guy I used to think there's no way he's going to stop. So, you know, like at the time, I was thinking, well, I wouldn't mind quitting smoking. Like, so get in touch. This lady really, you know, seemed really spiritual and all that jazz. Very eccentric. Anyway, similar thing. It was over the phone or online. I remember laying on my settee, and she started doing the stuff, and there was all the breathing stuff. And then the next thing I know, she was saying, Dan, and I fell asleep. So I have no idea what she said. I just fell asleep. So that for me, I thought, well, that doesn't work then, does it? You just fall asleep, right?
Some people don't know what's getting said.
I didn't quit. It didn't work.
Yes, it didn't work.
No.
But yeah, usually, like people say, oh yeah, you know nothing about it. If you're hypnotised, you know nothing about it. When I've had hypnotherapy done.
You've been hypnotised?
Yeah, just to see, basically, how, like when we were training and things like that.
Right.
And I know every single word that's said to me.
Because like sometimes you see, you know, like if you take hypnotherapy to like its extreme, which would be like Darren Brown or someone, like he can get people on, you don't know whether it's all bullshit, you know, but he gets people on stage and he gets them walking on all fours, and he can tell somebody, basically he can program somebody to like, imagine you'd killed somebody, right?
Oh, yeah.
You'd killed somebody, and when I click my fingers, you're gonna feel like that. And people get in states because of that. So that's a very high level of hypnotherapy, basically.
I mean, I could do that, to be fair.
You could do that.
Yeah, if I wanted to. But there's a lot of prep work gone in with that.
Yeah.
Obviously not what we see on the telly.
No.
Yeah, there's loads of prep work gone in, but yeah, and I can do all that stuff.
No way. Imagine that.
That's scary, that.
I know, yeah.
Like, imagine being like now knowing that if like, say, we're out for a pint.
Yeah.
And like, I'm thinking, he could just hypnotise me at some point, and I'd like just, I don't know, like suddenly I'm a Sunderland fan.
Ethically,
you know?
I can't. I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, won't. That was the word.
Warned, yeah, that's the word,
Yeah.
Why is it you don't do as much hypnotherapy now? Is it?
So, again, it's working at the root of the problem. So, I work with addiction as well. So, alcohol, drugs, gambling. So, they're all the outcome. Mm-hmm. So, and I've done alcohol, and I was like, I've done hypnotherapy for that, saying, I want to stop drinking. I was like, right, okay. Why? So, anyway, we did it, and I was like, right, I need follow-up session. So, did it, still drank anyway. But it worked a treat, hated it every second of drinking the alcohol, but did it for getting rid of whatever else was going on. So then we work on the root of the cause.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So it's more like, yes, you can get there, but over long
for
term.
Things like that, for addictions, I don't do it. But fear of flying and smoking and things like that, I'll do it.
Yeah. I might have to get my nana signed up to that. She keeps banging on that. She wants to go on holiday, but she won't get on a plane.
Yeah.
Is she not getting a plane?
Nah. Well, she has been more recently. Like, she's sort of stepping out of her comfort zone now, but for years all I've always known is, I'll never get on a plane. Like,
does anybody like flying?
I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm panicked the whole time.
They do after a session.
Yeah, they do after a session. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Just skipping down to the terminal. That's what we're doing after one of the sessions. But
So literally, you can change that in someone's mind. Then they can go from extreme fear, hot sweats, panic attacks. You can change somebody from that to just being like, yeah, no worries, easy, enjoying it, looking out the window, thinking, oh, look down there.
Yeah, and something like that would probably only take 20 minutes.
as if
Big claims that 20 minutes, just like that.
Well, 25. I'll drag it out a bit.
people go their whole lives terrified of that sort of stuff. And you think 25 minutes.
I'd love to see you have a go with my mum at the spider thing, because she's got a extreme fear of spiders.
Right.
She's a screamer, let's say. Really, really does not like spiders. And like something as deep rooted as that, I think you wouldn't snap that off in 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I did it with my mum.
Right.
So she's claustrophobic. She was.
Yeah.
And she was, what was she going? I think she had to have a scan or something like it was. But then she had a fear of lifts as well. So she's doing that. So yeah, she was going to hospital. She was going to have to get in this lift.
And in the scan, right?
And in the scan. But we just worked on the lift at this moment. So I thought, we'll do that first and then we'll work with the scan later. So I did it. And this wasn't even the deep hypnotherapy. This was just quick. And it literally took 5 minutes, something like that.
That's scary.
And then she was like, we had a cupboard under the stairs. She was like, look, I'm all right. she went under there just to prove it. But yeah, it worked straight.
Right.
So it might obviously sometimes need follow-up sessions. But yeah.
So like building that out, in theory, this could work for any fear, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's there, yeah.
Because there's so many, isn't there?
Yeah.
Heights, water,
Oh, yeah.
What is it like? Is there a process, the whole like confronting your fear thing? Did you hold any credence to that? So like people say like, for example, if you don't like deep water, go jump in deep water. Like, and it helps because you makes you realise it's not as bad as you thought it was.
Yeah, trick yourself in the deep end type thing.
Yeah, that's again, everybody's different. So that could work for one person, but then it could literally ruin somebody else's life.
Literally, yeah. Put in a mental asylum or something.
Even deeper state of trauma.
Yeah.
No way. What does if you were going to one-to-one somebody, what does that look like? In
what sense?
Like, you obviously do online.
Well, online or in person. So if they're local, you can do it in person.
Do it in person. I'd like to just know, what a typical... let's do it this way. Can you give us, an example, you don't have to name people, but of the situation of somebody that you worked with, where they were, what was going on, and what you did, and what the end result was?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this the other day because I thought you might have something like this.
Yeah.
So probably the biggest one that I've ever done.
Who's that? No, don't say
that. I can't say that, but because it was bad. So I don't know what had gone on. So I don't know the trauma. So I don't need to know that story because I can't change it. So, but the emotions that were attached to it. So I did a technique, and she was in a bad way. So usually, if somebody comes to see me, we'll build up that rapport over a session or so before I even do any techniques or anything like that. But she was in a bad way, so I was like, right, I have to do this technique. So I did timeline therapy with her. So timeline basically is literally walking back along your timeline. And at any point of where that emotion comes up, whether it be anger, sadness, anything like that, we have to step off the timeline and get rid of it.
Right.
So I did this. So whatever had gone on, we'd walk back through the timeline, and then afterwards, and again, this was only 10, 15 minute technique. And it was 20 odd years worth of trauma had gone in that session. In that 20 minutes.
How?
And I'd made sure, and we did the checks afterwards as well to make sure it had all gone. I made her re-walk the timeline to make sure everything was there. I'd done a few other different little checks, talk to the subconscious and things. It sounds all woo-woo and things like that, but you can talk to it. And got rid of all these emotions, and she said I'd done more for her in that 20 minutes than 20 years worth of counselling.
What?
But then, it's got to go somewhere. all that emotion's got to go some because and it does get really deep and it's quite traumatic going through it. So I took all that on, and that night for about 45 minutes I just cried, letting it out.
What? You took it on?
Yeah, so I took it all on, and as I finished crying, she'd sent me a message saying that she'd had a suicide note wrote out that day.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I was like, no.
Right.
And that was, I mean, it doesn't get any
No, it doesn't.
thingy than that, but
It's like, it is literal, like, if what you're saying is true, like, this literally seems like sorcery.
Yeah.
Literally. It's like wizardry. Like, literal, like, mind wizardry.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. Because, like, saying it doesn't make sense to me.
oh no, it doesn't make sense to me half the time.
But, like, it's obviously working because, like, you've been doing it ages and loads of people sing your praises and, like, you've got loads of success stories. So, like,
Yeah.
even though my brain is like, no, like, it will, like, what can't speak can't lie, as Del Boy says, you know, and, you know, he doesn't have to tell me. I can just look at what he's done. And it has worked for people.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing.
I've got people back into work. Quit drugs. So yeah, stop gambling, all sorts.
Right.
And just to have that confidence. 90% of the things comes back to confidence. A lot of people struggle with the confidence.
They do.
So you become like a hero to a lot of people then, in a way. Like you got to think that person.
And this is what I always say. I was like, yeah, I'm just helping you along the way. You've done all the work.
I know, but like when you go back to that story, and it's like 20 minutes compared to 20 years of counselling, and you're like, if you'd only known that sooner, like
Oh no, yeah.
It's like we mentioned before, a lot of people spend a lot of their lives not knowing how to deal with this stuff. And like you say, you go through 20 years of counselling, it might work for some people, it might not work for others. Like I think I've had some sort of counselling in the past, and like to this day, I don't think it really did me anything. I don't know if it was just because it was like a bit boring as such. Like I was just sort of sat one-to-one in like a like desolate office building, pretty much that's what it was. And I was like, this isn't really what I was expecting. Like it's not.
No outcome.
No, yeah, it's just like, this is what, you're just sort of like talking at you, not talking to you.
Yeah.
Where's that?
I done counselling for a bit, right? And that's exactly, sorry to interrupt, but like, I went through counselling for a while, and I just figured out that all they're doing, they took me in a room, right? And then I had to tell them all the things that I was scared of and that I didn't like and da-da-da-da-da. And they didn't actually tell me anything. They just let me speak, basically. And I felt like, and when I walked away, I thought, what exactly have you done? Have you just listened? Like,
yeah, I mean, counsellors do work, and I can't knock counsellors.
No.
Because it does work for people.
Yeah.
So they are there, they are helping. But that's it. What I do is, if people need to talk, then yeah, I'll let them talk. But only if we're going to come up with an outcome for it. We've got to put the action into place. Can't just come in, talk, surface all them problems back up, and then let them leave. Because then they're just going to have a bad day.
you know, your sportsman, for example, something's just come to my head. So, like, let's say there's a boxer, right?
Yeah.
He's a male. He's got confidence issues, right? He's going to go into a fight and he needs a bit of help getting his mind right. I think an alternative, like, how do you feel about, obviously you can do what you do, but what happens if you just pump him full of testosterone and say, right, now go, because that'll soon fix his confidence. Do you know what I mean?
But that's it. So what I do is lasting change.
Lasting change.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's, I mean, yeah, we can work on stuff specific for that fight. And depending on how close it is to the fight and things. But we can work on specifics. But what I tend to do is we'll work on stuff so it's going to last forever.
Do you ever incorporate any like supplementation or dietary things into what you do, or is it all just upstairs?
It's all the mindset side, yeah. I don't claim to be professional in anything else. They've got the coaches, they've got the nutritionists.
Right.
They leave all that. As you can see, I'm not a big fan of nutrition.
Me neither, mate. Me neither. You know what I mean? Chicken parmos all day for me.
Yeah, that's it. Mate. So, but yeah, that's it. Leave that up to the specialist, and I just focus on the mind.
Wow.
One thing I did want to ask is, do you think it's not necessary, like it's important for people to have setbacks and get knocked down?
Oh yeah,
because like you're saying, yes, it might knock them into a state where they don't think they can come back, which is where someone like you would come in and go, look, this is how we get you back to there. But for example, when you look at the likes of these boxers and footballers who are flying, they haven't lost a fight, you know, the man of the match almost every game and stuff like that. It's like they sort of need a knockback to sort of be like, right, this is how I learn, this is how I deal with those things. Do you think that's sort of necessary in today's age?
Yeah, because like I've said there, with just life in it, you're going to have them ups, but then you're also going to have the downs.
Yeah.
So if you're up, there's always going to be a down.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's not necessary to have the setbacks, because we'd just love to go on and win every fight.
Yeah.
But you've got to have some sort, even if it's in training,
Yeah.
something's not gone right, and then take that, learn from it.
Yeah. Because I know from what I've seen online, you sort of, not preach, but you say quite a lot that in boxing, for example, the mental side of your mind is just as important as the physical side.
Oh, yeah.
So in sort of that respect, how important is the mental side? Sort of for boxers, what if they don't have, not they don't have the mental, but like they haven't had this sort of mindset, and they're going in and they're going, I back myself, but you know, they're not sort of in the right frame of mind. They might have woke up that morning and had a phone call and received some bad news. They're not going in as where they would like to be, but they're like, I still back myself.
Yeah.
How important could that sort of difference be from someone who is going in and be like, I know I'm ready for this now. I'm in the right headspace.
Oh, massively, yeah. That's it, because if you had two boxers there going in and same physical, exactly the same,
yeah,
but one of them, their head's not right in it, so the focus is gone. They're not really wanting to be there.
yeah,
whereas the other one is like, right, this is what I'm going to do. Totally focused on the job in hand. There's only going to be one winner there.
yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah,
I can believe that. Yeah, yeah. Tell us about this. I know it's something that's coming soon. You've got like an e-learning thing coming, right?
Which one?
Gamechanger.
There's some notes I got.
Gamechanger.
Gamechanger.
Yeah, that's what's
Is
called.
that what it's called? Gamechanger.
Gamechanger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So basically for the kids, so I've got a couple of things coming actually.
Right.
So empowering the kids, so giving them that self-belief, giving them that confidence, and as well, I'm incorporating Tommy and the Feeling Factory into it.
Right.
So
is it easier? Actually, I think I know the answer. Is it easier or harder with children? I would guess easier. I would guess because they're more susceptible, right? And they haven't had as much trauma in their life. I would assume that they're easier to do.
The visual wise, yeah, sometimes
Better imaginations and shit.
Yeah, but focus wise,
No,
not so much.
no.
Yeah, not so much.
No.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I've always said, and this is why I started doing it all. Is if you work with the kids, then the adults, once they're adults, they don't need you.
If you work with kids
Yeah.
and so adults, they don't need you.
That's it.
Aye, so they
Work
work-
with them at an early age,
Yeah, makes sense.
then they're set for life.
Right. So sorry to interrupt. What is the platform going to be then?
So it's going to be all online. I'm just going to roll it out to schools.
Right. Okay.
So we'll try to. Yeah. So roll it, because that's it. It needs to be out there. Kids need to know that they don't just have to deal with the pressures, these outcomes of how they can deal with it. Build their confidence at an early age.
Right.
And that's it. And it's from seeing like the struggles with Tommy, like so. And obviously, when he's playing football, it was like every single week going to football. You've seen there was like kids coming off, not happy, and I was like, you just need something in place for this.
Yeah, like you say, there's trying to pursue a life without low points is unrealistic.
Oh yeah.
So that's not the way to think of it. You can't think, I need my life to be perfect, because it's not going to be.
No.
You just need to think, well, whatever comes, I know how to cope with it.
Yeah. If we didn't have low points, then we wouldn't know what high points were.
This
No.
is true, yeah.
Plus,
This is true.
if you do get into schools, it means so much more than just like, for example, in sports, like exams and that. Like when I was going through school, like you get now for exams, you get your lessons. There's no one there to really help you. There's no sort of mentor or anything. So if you sort of go in and you know you've got that balance, you can work out how you're going to work things, and you're going and you're feeling confident for that test, it might go a whole lot further than what people think it may do.
Yeah, well, when I wrote Tommy and the Feeling Factory, so I went and then give it out to all the local primary schools in Redcar and Cleveland. Just give each school a free copy.
You fund it yourself? Like
Yeah.
printing it and all that?
Oh, no, so I just store through Amazon.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so you just have to upload it to Amazon. They do it.
Really?
Someone just goes and buys it. They take the majority of the money.
Obviously.
They, about 90% of it.
They're not daft, are they?
Yeah, but I'm not bothered. Like, it wasn't about making money. It was just about getting it out there and helping people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I went out and the feedback I got from schools, and even though it's aimed at kids, it's helped more adults than the children.
Right. What happens in Tommy, spoiler alert, what happens in Tommy and the Feeling Factory? Basically.
So, it's, Tommy gets in from a bad day at football. So he's there, sat in his bed, sulking, and his dad tells him to go inside his mind. So basically, it's like a Willy Wonka theme.
Right.
So he goes into the Feeling Factory, where he meets the professor, Mr. Cooper, who's named after me dog.
Love that. Love that.
And then he goes into different rooms. Mr. Cooper leads him into different rooms, learning different techniques. So like the anchoring, things like that.
That's so clever. Because, like, to kids and stuff, you can imagine, like, they love a storybook and their imagination's great and they're actually visualising. I mean, as you were saying it, I was picturing what the Feeling Factory looked like. I had Mr. Cooper in my head. He was wearing a purple jacket, just like Willy Wonka.
Oh, he's got a green one.
He's got a green one?
Yeah.
Love that.
But, yeah, so... And it's there, so it's learning the emotions and managing the emotions in a fun, like, story-led way. So, yeah, and then Tommy comes out of it with all these... techniques. It is book 1 of 15.
Huh?
Yeah. So the second book, Tia and the Whispering Forest.
Tia and the Whispering Forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is about. So Tia she's come over from India to live with her auntie.
Okay.
And it's about isolation, bullying.
Oh dear.
Things like that.
This is your book also, yeah?
Yeah.
Chris Horne.
So that was the #1 bestseller.
Wow. How many of them did you shift then?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't that many.
No?
The couple hundred or something.
Still.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, not a lot. I mean, it just ticks away at the minute.
How would you, like, obviously, the visuals, how would you make it like a book, basically? Like,
Are you
who's
like
doing the artwork
illustrating
and
them
shit?
yourself?
Yeah, so I did all the illustrations with AI.
Right.
So I got in touch with about half a dozen illustrators, and you just know when something's not right.
Yeah.
It's not how you want it. So I was like, no, I'm not having it. No. So yeah, I did it myself. But for Tommy and the Feeling Factory, so I've done, I mean, there's a colouring book and that on there as well. But my Tommy came home from school one day, and obviously how colouring helps. So with your focus, and if you're anxious and stuff like that, brings you back down. So Tommy came home from school one day, he went, I want to do a colouring book for Tommy and the Feeling Factory. So that's on Amazon as well. He created that, and he did that all by himself. I did the front cover for it. He created the full colouring book of Tommy and the Feeling Factory.
Love that.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
is that a real thing? Is it? Does colouring bring you? Is that actually
yeah,
good for your mind, is it?
there is groups out there. I mean, I've looked into it a little bit, but yeah, like colouring therapy stuff. Yeah, and there's specific books out there that is good for that. The one that I've got, though, I did one, and it's got the quotes in there.
Right.
The like you are enough. So colouring in, and then it's got the writing in the middle.
You mentioned 1 of 15.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean ... Like
Yeah. So
to come?
yeah. So
You got another 13 books lined up.
Yeah, and it's all in my head.
It's all in my head. Your head's a magical place.
Yeah,
it must
that's
be. Jesus.
And I say this to clients. I was like, get stuff out your head and get it on paper.
But yours is all in your head.
I've got it on my head. But yeah, so I've pretty much finished the third one.
Right.
So that's Zara. I haven't got a name for it yet, but Zara and the Hall of Echoes, I think I'm calling it.
Zara and the Hall of Echoes.
Yeah.
What's the premise of that?
Again, so some bullying, the isolation, the worry. So yeah, the anxious. So, and then the other two, So I'd started writing the 6th book, right? Or what is going to be the 6th book.
So you missed out 4 and 5?
Yeah, I missed out 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Right.
So I wrote Tommy, then I started writing the 6th, which is basically it's like a Fantastic Five type thing. Like they're gonna
Bringing all the characters together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like, no, because this book's too long now.
Right.
So I had to break it down. So they've all got their own stories, and then they all meet up and then help.
Like writing a book's quite a feat. Like you must be pretty good at literature and like reading, writing and stuff.
No, not really. But I know what I want. I know what I want the outcome to be.
Right.
You
must have a great imagination though.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I am very visual.
To come up with a book, like your imagination's got to be absolutely pinging.
Yeah.
It's got to be activated.
I mean,
plus, as well, the storytelling side of it as well, like to make it engaging for not only people.
Yeah, well,
like
Ma Tommy helped with that
but-
one.
Right.
So with Tommy and the
right.
Feeling Factory, Ma Tommy, yeah, so it took me a while. So to write it actually didn't take me that long.
No.
To get it right, it took me ages. Because I'd read it to Tommy on a night, he was like, well, that doesn't sound right. So he pretty much did all my edits.
Wow.
So
So the book came together through that method, through you reading the storybook to Tommy and him making pointers and you adjusting it and adjusting it. And that is how the book ended up being what it is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
And then the
that's class,
second
that way.
one, I done loads of research and then sent it out to a few different people and then everybody cried at it. And
Oh, is that the tier one?
the tier one, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So that's about isolation, bullying, she's from India, this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and obviously the loneliness of coming over and
Language,
Yeah.
probably, I imagine.
so, but yeah, it's good, yeah. But then Zara's going to be,
It's definitely like currently, you mentioned the kids and stuff in schools. Is it part of like curriculum now? Is it part of like what goes in a normal school? Are kids getting, is this included in their day-to-day life now?
yeah, so a lot of schools they are now.
It didn't when I was at school. It was none of that. No.
So my son, he's currently at Green Gates in Redcar, and you've only got to go into that school and you've just got it everywhere. The positive quotes, things like that, and they've got like their own quiet room and stuff. And it's
Really?
yeah, it's a lot more now because like you say,
It's like anything, isn't it? You just we as a species, we just become more aware of things and we learn things and
Yeah.
as we just do, we learn things and learn. Like once upon a time, doctors would tell pregnant people to smoke. I can remember being a kid giving chocolate to my dog, and it was perfectly fine. But you can't do that because it's going to kill him, basically. And similar, when I was at school, I don't know when you went to school, Chris, but when I was at school, what would that have been? Let me think. 1989 to 2001, through them years, there was no positive mindset coaching. Like, no. There was.
In today's world, they are a lot more accommodating, especially with kids with needs and stuff like that. They are becoming a lot more accommodating and like helping them out. And when they're in sort of, if they are struggling with whether it's anxiety or autism and stuff like that, and they need that space to be by themselves or with someone who they trust, then they are a lot more accommodating on that front now.
Yeah.
So
And it goes back to that as well. Obviously, they're seeing it a lot more as well now with your stars and that talking about it. Like, I feel like that.
yeah.
So
It's more acceptable too, isn't it? It's making people think it's okay that.
Yeah.
Because some people would be probably embarrassed to say stuff like that once. I would have been as a kid. I'd have been embarrassed to say things like that. But when you see your hero, whoever it is, talking about it, you think, oh, right, this is perfectly normal.
It's like when you go back 50 years and obviously people never really had those issues. There will have been people that did have the issues, but back then, it was like for example, for a man, it was almost frowned upon for a man to be upset or hurt in a way, stuff like
Certainly
that.
in the working class world, it was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So as in today's world, people are a lot more more aware of it, and it's like they are like sort of reassuring you, like, look, it's okay to be upset, to not be all right, to have these days like this. It's like you don't always have to put on a fake smile and just try and drown your problems out. It's like you are allowed to suffer in a way.
yeah, definitely.
But I definitely do think that like the abundance thing, that's not been good for us as a species. I think, like, again, using my granddad as the example, let's say, I mean, there was no social media, of course, but let's say in 1935, somebody showed him, you know, a picture of a lovely beach holiday in Barbados, for example. Like, that was so far away from reality. It was just nonsense.
Yeah.
But for someone like us, I'm not saying it's an easy thing to achieve. It costs a lot of money, but it's within reach of us.
Yeah.
We can, if we put our mind to it, we could save up and we can get over there. And having that ability makes you then sad because you're like, I don't have it. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, back then it was just, don't be so stupid. Like, just, it was just not even in your train of thought, you know, having fancy things or having this or, you know, having the best whatever. But now it becomes, it's all within reach. And I think that actually makes everybody.
And that's one of the things I work with people on. So think of that as being the end goal.
Right.
Like that. So, yeah, looking at that, it's miles away. Can't reach it. Like, okay, so what do we need to do to get to that point? So let's chunk it down into 10 easy steps and let's just focus on that first step. Because getting to there is a lot easier than getting to there.
Did you ever read the book The Secret back in the day?
I haven't, no.
Because it seems like there's some relation. I'm not bright enough to figure it out. I'm not bright enough to verbalize it. But there's some connection between what you're saying, the visualization things, and The Secret. Because that's kind of the same stuff. Yeah,
definitely. Loads of times I've been going to read it. Even though I write the books, I hate reading them. But that's it, yeah.
I can't read. I audiobook everything.
Yeah, I do.
You should do an audiobook, Chris.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, for people like me. Because a lot of people don't like reading.
Get someone famous to read it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See if David Williams wants to say it, you know. You can't bother me if you want.
Yeah.
Who would you want? Who would you be your dream voice actor for your audiobook?
Oh, I don't know.
If you could pick.
Couldn't even think of someone.
Couldn't even think.
Got to go for a nice voice. Give us Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan
Freeman's a good one, yeah.
Well,
but then you'd go to sleep, wouldn't you?
You would, like.
You would, yeah. It's like Attenborough, we spoke about Attenborough a couple of weeks ago. You couldn't do David Attenborough because the amount of times you fall asleep during his documentaries. Not because you want to, just because his voice is so soothing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best voices. You wouldn't have like some rough speaking Glasweed. You wouldn't have Rabsy Nesbitt doing it, would you?
That'd be funny though.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So good. But yeah, if you do get a chance, I mean, look, it's become a bit of like an eye roller now, The Secret, you know, but certainly I remember going back 10 years ago, 11 years ago when I first listened to this. I got a lot from it, like it changed my mindset for a time.
Loads of times I've been going to and then just haven't.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before. I don't know what The Secret is.
You know, give it a listen. I mean, no one's going to sit and read a book. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's listen to it. You know, I would say that's how I did it.
Yeah.
But again, as Chris said, I'm probably an audible person. I like to hear things as opposed to see things.
Yeah, you know? Definitely.
Just how you're learning it, whatever you're susceptible or receptible to, I guess.
Yeah.
But give it a go, Ron. It's worth a read. Like, seems pretty obvious in the grand scheme of it all. It's just visualize what you want and basically imagine having it, not actually having it. Like, one of the examples they give is like getting into a Rolls Royce. You want a Rolls Royce, right? So yeah, we can all think now, oh, I'd love a Rolls Royce. Oh, that'd be nice. But it's a process of basically getting somebody to a point where they are literally sitting with their eyes closed and they can feel the leather stitching in the steering wheel and they can smell what the car would smell like, you know, and getting yourself to a point of not just thinking about it, actually living it in your head. And I remember listening to the book, going through the steps and stuff at the time, whatever I was doing, but I remember actually getting to a point where I was actually getting excited, you know, because at first it sounded like woo-woo. Do you know, like we say, it sounded like, what are you talking about? But once you went through it, it did get you to a point where it actually started working and you actually started really feeling that you're a millionaire or whatever it was, and oh my god, and then thinking, oh yeah, I'm not, but it felt good.
Yeah, it's not tricking the mind, and that's what I'd say. What I do with the boxers, it's mental rehearsal. And what you've just said there is, I'll get them to that state, get them to that point. So see what's there, feel them feelings, hear the sounds, and smells. And I take back, was it Roger Bannister with a 4-minute mile? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he did. Nobody had done the 4-minute mile, and he did that. So he visualised him finishing it, and then noticed who was around him, all the sounds, the smells, and then just went and did it. And then 100 odd people went and did it the year after.
Yeah,
it's mad that, innit? 100 odd people did it the year after, just because he did it.
Yeah,
because they knew it was achievable.
Yeah.
What year was that? The Roger Bannister thing?
Let's get it
God
up.
knows.
Quite a while ago, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
I do a workout book around that. It's called 359, and it's basically he did it in 3 minutes 59 seconds, didn't he? Roger Bannister. Yeah, I think it's just to show. I think the idea, the concept is anything's achievable.
Yeah,
just
that's
because it hasn't been done doesn't mean it isn't. You know.
Exactly. But that's the one of the big things I do, the mental rehearsal.
1954, May 6, 1954.
Right.
What was it?
A while ago, like.
Yeah. Didn't think it was that long ago.
So, other than the books, Chris, what's the future look like? What do you want to achieve? You want to take over schools, right?
Take over the world.
Basically.
yeah. So, but yeah, just help as much people as possible, really. So, the athlete side, I'm pushing that now. So, I'm part of the Boxing Business Network now.
Okay, what's that?
So, it was co-founded by Jack Catterall.
Oh yeah, he's great, Jack Catterall.
Yeah.
The
So,
El Gato.
yeah. So, it's combining businesses with boxers. There's a few other athletes in there. There was a jockey in there as well. But it's just surrounded, and that's what I say about all things. Surround yourself by people like that, because every single person in that group wants the best for you. And there's I think there's 50 odd boxers in there. Hannah's in it.
In this network.
No, that's not it. Oh, is it?
Called the Boxing Business Network, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is it, is it?
Yeah.
Cool website.
Yeah. So Jack's one of the co-founders.
Right.
So, but it's got like the likes of Roman Fury in there. Say Hannah's in there. Liam Davies.
So this is the future.
Yeah, and that's it. It's more so because I've just launched 2 other programs this week.
Which were?
So exactly the same as what I do with the athlete, with the adults. I've launched it for, at the minute, just for, young athletes. So football and boxing.
Football and boxing.
Yeah. So it's taking exactly the same thing as what I do with the adults to work with the kids.
Right.
But I got asked to do it for cricket there the other day as well. So
Cricket.
yeah.
Of all things.
But exactly the same. Do it with golf.
It can go into any sport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same principles.
Same principles, yeah. Confidence, focus, self-belief.
Well, I think what you're doing is amazing. I think there's a massive place for what you do and what you're pushing and sort of providing in this world now.
Especially amongst the younger generation as well.
Certainly, yeah. Absolutely. It just, you can't help but think if you... I'm trying to think of somebody that wouldn't be benefiting from someone like Chris.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that wouldn't benefit from it. Doesn't matter what your scenario is. You don't have to be a sportsman, whatever. You could be smoking, you could be eating too much, you could be trying to get into the school football team, you could be just hating your job. It doesn't matter. Whatever you are.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have anything negative.
No.
So you could
exactly.
just be, right, I need help working towards that goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you could give one message to people to sort of try and get them into a better mindset, what would that message be?
So that's the main one, is that there is help there. And if not me, there's other people about. People don't have to suffer in silence. So,
That's the message.
Yeah.
Don't suffer in silence. You don't have to anyway.
Yeah.
If you like it, then jog on, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
There is an alternative.
There's alternatives, and it's in any form of life, whether you're struggling with something, the sports, business, anything, there's always somebody you can talk to for help.
If anybody out there that's listened to this podcast is interested in getting in touch with you and, maybe just having an initial conversation about how you could help them, how would they contact you?
Facebook mainly.
Facebook.
So I've got my Positive Mindset Coaching Facebook page.
And it's just under Positive Mindset Coaching?
Yeah, and obviously for the athletes, the Mental Edge.
So it's the Mental Edge on Facebook, or positive_mindset_coaching_LTD.
Yeah, so that's
Instagram.
Yeah. So Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got multiple Facebook pages, as we were talking about earlier, because
you're catfishing people, like.
Yeah, I've got that much stuff going on. I've had to split it up.
Yeah.
So I've got my kick as well. which is it's brand new. Basically, I need businesses on board for that.
Right.
So, because obviously the North East, everyone's skint.
Yeah. Always.
So that's it. And I want to be able to offer free mental health support to people.
Free?
Yeah. So through the kick, but to be able to do that, I need support of businesses. So,
Chris, you're a busy guy.
yeah. Oh yeah, I've even got the clothing brand as well.
Man's doing clothing, he's writing books, he's giving out free advice, he's helping the children. Jesus Christ, Chris, you make me feel like I need to like step up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, if you need to talk to someone,
I know, yeah. I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Chris, watch his space. I mean, yeah, look, I don't mind saying I have had my own, as we all have. I've had my own issues with staying positive, let's just say, possibly a little bit with anger at times, losing my temper a little bit when I shouldn't be. Yeah, watch his space, mate. I've never met anybody like you. I've never met somebody that does
not
this.
many people have.
No, I like that. No, but I haven't. I knew it was out there, but I thought it was just for like the rich and famous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you've made me sort of think it's not just for the rich and famous.
No,
and certainly through this conversation, I've learned and the bit of research we did, thanks Ron, we've learned that you don't have to be a professional athlete to get a benefit from this.
No,
Definitely
not.
Watch this space, Chris. I may well be in touch in the near future to give it a whirl.
Anytime.
Thank you. How long have you been rolling, Ron?
I have got an hour and 5.
That's where we like it, Chris.
Yeah.
We like an hour.
Thank you very much.
Give or take. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Chris Horne. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That's the end.